Now that law which we have to discuss is the Hess law. This is the law upon which Born-Haber cycle is based and which we have to utilize further to determine the lattice energy. So before defining Hess law, let's consider an example. Let's say a reactant R is converting into a product P. Now this process has been represented in one state. That means we are discussing the overall reaction. We are not concerned about its mechanism. We are just writing that this reaction is taking place where a reactant is converting into the product. So we are simply representing the overall reaction. But once we go into its mechanism, what we find that a reactant firstly converts into a particular state, say A then may convert into say B can convert into C, and then C can convert into P. Means the same reaction which we have represented in one step, that means it is basically representing an overall reaction. Whereas when we convert or when we observe the overall steps involved during the conversion of this R, that is reactant, into P, that is the product, then that is its mechanism. Now let's say that when we consider the overall reaction, then some certain energy will be involved during the process. Let's call it as delta HR. Here delta is the change, H is the heat or enthalpy of overall reaction R. Similarly, when reactant R is converted into A on the basis of its mechanism, then again some certain energy will be involved. Let us call it as Q1. Similarly, when A converts to B, take Q2. When B converts to C, take Q3. And when C converts to P, let us take Q4. Now, according to Hess law, delta HR here will be equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Delta HR will be equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, and C2P we have got another process, that is Q4. So now, observing this example, we can define that according to Hess law, the energy involved in one step process, that is overall reaction, will be equal to the sum total of energies involved in the various steps when we consider the mechanism of the reaction. So we have defined here Hess law as the energy involved in one step process, that is in an overall reaction, as we are finding it here, that when reactant R converts to P, we have delta HR as the overall reaction involved in this process, will be equal to the sum total of all the energies involved in various steps. That is, when R converts to A, we have got Q1. When A converts to B, we have got Q2. When B converts to C, we have Q3. And when C converts to P, we have got Q4. So Hess law defines that delta HR will be equals to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4. Same we have got here in the Born-Haber cycle, that the same reaction, that is the combination of magnesium and oxygen through ionic bonding to form magnesium, has been represented by two methods. One, by using its overall state, that is one step, and second by using its mechanism, that is various steps. So if we apply Hess law in this Born-Haber cycle, we shall be getting, so let's apply Hess law in the Born-Haber cycle, where we had an example of the combination of magnesium and oxygen forming magnesium oxide. So there we had delta HR as the heat energy change in the overall state. So it will be equal to the energy involved in the various steps. So in the first step, we had heat of sublimation. So delta HR will be equal to QS. Now in the second step, where we had removed electron from the valence shell of magnesium, we provided ionization energy. So we have to add ionization energy with the heat of sublimation. Similarly, in step third, when we converted the combined state oxygen into isolated state, there we had provided heat of dissociation, so plus QD. In the step 4, when we added electron into the valence shell of isolated oxygen atom, there we had the release of energy, which we called as heat during electron gain, and during the combination of Mg2 positive and O2 negative, there was again release of energy, which we called as lattice energy, and we represented by U, which we have to determine through this process. So now from here we can write that U, that is lattice energy, we have taken it to the left hand side, will be equal to QS, heat of sublimation, plus ionization energy, plus heat of dissociation, minus heat released during electron gain, minus delta HR. Means we have to bring this delta HR to the right hand side, which represents the heat released in an overall reaction. So we can conclude here that lattice energy will be equals to Qs plus IE plus Qd minus QEg plus delta HR. So this how we can determine lattice energy by the use of Born-Haber cycle, which is based on the Hess law of heat summation.